Hi, thanks for joining me for another adult coloring session. In this session, we're going to be using the Kappa Adult Coloring book that is titled Creative Colorings Designs to Color. So we're going to do page 10. And page 10 is of a snail on a tree branch looking towards the sun on the horizon. It could be a sunrise, it could be a sunset, it's up to you. So we're going to add a little bit more of the therapeutic properties to this session by connecting the session and the photo to something that you may be dealing with, and then we will use the coloring session to change our thoughts and our outlook as to how we are feeling. So the snail moves rather slowly, and sometimes it feels that you are not making progress. You're just kind of inching along, not taking big steps, but very small steps, and it's taking you quite a while to get where you need to go. We look into the horizon or into a sunrise. A new day is dawning. If it's a sunrise, a new day is dawning, and there are new things that are coming and better things that are coming for us. The snail is up in the tree and not on the ground, so it's not actually moving on the ground to progress to the horizon, but moving to maybe another place. The tree branch looks quite stable. If this was a sunset, then it could be that the snail, which is representing you, is watching some things fade away and go out of sight, out of range, out of your life and sphere. So the snail is going to be our focal point. This is us, because no matter what the situation is, it is all about you. Changing your thoughts throughout this process is listen to some music, and I recommend music that does not have words to it, or listen to, of course, music that doesn't have words to it, excuse me, also, and listen to the sound that these pencils make as they strike the page. Alright, so we're going to start here, and I always like to start with the thing that is not so important, and I'm not giving a lot of color to it, just enough. If you need to turn the page, so that makes it easier to color the area that you're trying to color. And instead of making a blue sky here, I think I'm just going to go ahead and make it all about the sun rays, which will be whatever is coming into your life or leaving out of your life. That's all we need for that. And a little bit more here. And I hurriedly and sloppily add color because that's not my focal point. There. As you can see, it's there. Now we'll put a little greenery in that background for this hilly area. As a matter of fact, the hillside is green. I'm just going to do it side to side. This is greenery, and I'm going to just lightly color that green. I'm not going to differentiate between the green on the hillside and the green foliage that is between there. I'm going to also just use that same green color for the leaves of the tree that the snail is climbing in, or moving in, or just sitting back and watching, which is good. There. Sometimes it is best to just sit back, change your thoughts. Now I'm going to do the branches. Change your thoughts, help change your outlook, change your attitude, and then move forward. We always want to rethink what we're doing, or really assess our situation, assess if we're making progress, assess if we need to make some changes so that we can better reach our goals. If we do not make changes in a timely fashion, we tend to lose ground. I'll say it like that. So now I've colored everything else except the snail. And now I'm going to set about coloring the snail. And I'm going to do this as usual intuitively, which means I have an idea in mind of what I want to do, and if I need to change it along the way, I'll change it. All right? So I'm not being held to one thing. So let's go in a little closer. I want you to see what I did. See that? Okay, and then I'm going to go through here, just through a few of these little sections that are on there. And these are just the dividing lines that's between these sections. Knowing that a school of thought says what you think is often displayed on the outside. As to your environment, the people that you have attracted to you, the things that you have achieved or possess, all of that. And so the thought is you change your thinking, you change your environment, your outcome. Most people are locked into what others have thought or said about them. So that is that. Let's move out. I'll come out some, so that we can better see how I'm going to do this. Now I may go back and put some more color here on the body of the snail, but I really want to focus here. Now I was going to do a variety of things, and I'm not sure. I'm deciding whether to paint each section here a different color or paint the stripes. You can paint each of the stripes a different color if you like, or you can paint the sections around here. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different colors. I always use my primary colors, so I could do that. I could use my primary colors and my secondary colors. That's what I normally do. I normally use my primaries and my secondaries. Sorry, that's what I do. Or I can just paint the whole thing. Primary and secondary, it would be up to you. 1, 2, 3. That would be your primaries if you like, or you can just swap them, which means a yellow, blue, a red there, and a blue there, and then you put the orange in between the red and the yellow, the purple in between the blue and the red. The green, however, was thrown off to the side because green is a combination of blue and yellow. So it's up to you. I'm not too sure if I would like that. I think I may want him to be a little bit more flashy. So let's see. So it would take a little longer to do it this way. So I can do it like I usually do the other ones. Just randomly place these colors throughout. And believe you me, there's more than enough of these little stripes to go around. More than enough to go around, which means that I can paint some now, paint some later. I just don't want them to be right next to each other. That's that red. That's a green. And so forth and so on. And that's all I'm doing. It's just kind of there right now. These are Christmas colors, you know. Red and green are the Christmas colors. No worries though. Here we go. We're introducing other ones now. And they just happen to be falling close to each other. Let's put a little blue in there. And just randomly place them in, not thinking. The only thoughts can be thoughts that you want to, of things that you want to do, accomplish, change. Just make them into productive, positive thoughts. Listening to the sound that this pencil makes as it deposits color on the page. Also, oh, I don't have much blue on here, do I? Just choosing colors and not putting them right next to each other. So I got these two right next to each other. Well, we won't worry about that. We will just keep on making beautiful stripes along the snail's shell. Nicely done. It's a long line here and no yellow in between. Hate to put the yellow right there, but that's what's going to happen. There's this nice lovely green here that I want to use, but I haven't used this purple yet. So we're going to go through here and add some purple. Yes. And of course, to me, this is representing different thoughts along the way for me to do what I need to do to reach my goal. It's okay to change my thoughts. It is quite all right. For me to change my thoughts. This lovely green in here, which looks like a yellow green. That green next to that green. Sometimes I can catch the colors and sometimes I don't. I don't worry about it. It's like a yellow-green kind of color, which is okay. There's this pink color here. So close together. Is this weird sea green looking color. I think I want that to have red, not that sea green color. Oh yeah. Kind of like that. I have a green, actual green. Oh, we're gonna put this weird looking color here in there. See where can it go? Just a filler. It's not really much left to fill in. I'm just using the other colors that I had. There. And then if need be, we can go back and add some to make them slightly darker. Because you don't want everything to be one solid looking color, so that's why I'm sort of sloppy when I paint them, so that everything does not look like it's just one flat color. And it seems to turn out better coloring one side and the other side, and letting the strip of the middle section be a little lighter, and that'll mimic the shell actually going around instead of being flat. There, I like that. It's all about the thoughts and the imagination that you have and how you think to make things happen. Remember, if what you're doing isn't working, change it. Change it up. Read a book. Find some new ideas. There. Going to add a little more here so you can see that the shell is on the back of, that's a shadow. And I can put a little shadow underneath here. On the tree, so that the snail is casting a bit of a shadow there, not on that side, just here. It's casting a bit of shadow on the tree itself. There, that's it. You see that? And see, I do a messy coloring job because I don't want it to look flat. Normally you're not going to be looking at it from this close up. Now, if you want it to look perfect from this close up, then you'll go ahead and fill in all those little areas so that you don't have the page showing through there. However, I like to look at it from a distance, and most people will view it from a distance. So you can frame these and view them from a distance. But as you can see, everything has color on it on the page. It's just a very small amount. There's a little more color here on this tree branch than there is here because it's further away. There we go. Let's pan out so you can see. It's all about the snail and the thoughts. This represents the thoughts, the imagination that the snail has. Change your thoughts. It will change your attitude, and it will change your environment. Thanks for joining me. Until next time.